What is up, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today is the return of Persona 5 at that. It's requested by DJSingleTone, who requested Royal Days, but they requested the other version, which I'll listen to second. They did not request, no one requested this one, which I don't know if it's the original, but when I saw that there was another version, I just took it upon myself to hear. I guess what I think is the original. So we're gonna listen to two of them. This is Royal Days, and then the actual request, which is Royal Days, another version. So let's go. More Persona 5. It's been a while since for Persona, so why not? More Persona, the merrier. Let's go. We have a straight jazz hip hop beat off the bat. I love how up front and center the bass is in these games. At least 5. Like, it's so in front. You can't not hear. The guitar is so back there. They really like the word royal, don't they? I've heard P5 Royal, this is the Royal, and now this is Royal Days. It sounds like the bass is actually very structured and the guitar seems very freeform, just kind of hitting random notes in the scale, playing with the wah pedal. That lively drum sound though. Sounds like a crime movie. Ooh, I just noticed the piano. Super late. Oh my god, what's wrong with me? I've been listening to the bass this whole time. Yeah, the Rhodes piano. Oh, I heard that way too late. Yep, it's definitely a wah pedal. Yeah, this is meant to just like chill out and just... We'll talk more about that later. After the song. From channel PSC. Yeah, this goes with what I was gonna say anyways. So, I feel confident in this one, but we'll see. Oh. Oh, just for a second, the bass went up a higher octave. Okay, you went back up. Or back down, I should say. It was like doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. That was such a quick... I don't... Did he do that the whole... Hold on, I can't even talk. I wonder if I heard that at all throughout the whole song, and this was the first time I noticed it. So instead of doo doo doo, it was just hanging out on these like same frets. It was like da da da, same notes, just higher octave. Anyways, this is the actual requested one, and it's just called Another Version. So it's Royal Days, Another Version. It's only 2 minutes. Let's go. Also, they said, if I played bass, this is all I'd do. If it's anything like the first one, I could see why. Oh. Okay. Doesn't even sound like the same song yet. I just simultaneously heard lighters across the world just light up when that bass came in. I'm not condoning anything. Wow. Actually, another version. Whoa. Ooh. Okay, this one's going from the octaves da-dum, 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 low, higher, same note. Oh wait, oh, it's the first half only. Then it goes down a couple of frets. Ooh. And we got this smooth kind of lead just floating. Drums feel like they're just kind of like, I don't know what it's called, but when they just like leave their stick on the snare and just kind of move their hand. Oh man. Okay, well, I'm glad I heard the first one. So, let's go in order. Again, the first one was not requested, but I just took it upon myself. And yeah, let's talk about that first one. Well, both clearly are a big emphasis on bass, having this, ba-dum, ba-ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, like pretty much theme running throughout the whole thing. First one, I'm really sad that I heard the piano way late, but it has one of my favorite piano sounds, the Rhodes piano. It's like that kind of like really smooth and just like warm, like synth, or not synth, but like piano key tone. I really love it. It's associated with like jazz, and yeah, it's beautiful. It's just an amazing sound. If you like the band The Doors, you'll hear it a lot. So, I don't know when this plays, but when I said I was like kind of confident in where it might play or what, the only reason I say that is because of one thing. And then the second song kind of maybe really hinted towards that. And that was that the song was, and this is not a bad thing, I'm just saying the literal word, it's very repetitive. It's just a loop, basically, right? Over and over and over. So my initial gut reaction was like, this has to be like a menu of some kind, a options menu, something where you just don't really think of music being a standout place. For example, like a gallery or maybe credits or something. Maybe I don't know about credits, but you know, something just not really gameplay. But also at the same time, I could hear in gameplay if it's like a very stagnant place, like just nothing really going on, but maybe some text. But it could also be like just kind of a world theme too. So it's a little, not a world theme, but like a certain, like a stage or something. But mostly I get kind of like stagnant, repetitive, like just, you know, whatever that I'm getting at is there. Whereas the second one, now this one to me sounded, it kind of really put that thought into motion, because now I'm thinking this is like, you hear this again, but it's associated with that. So to me, this sounds like the second one. Now the second one sounded like a results screen, something that wherever the first one took place, the second one is like obviously a branch off of it, but in a sub type of menu, a sub type of something, right? The only way I can really like here I'll tell you exactly literally what I thought. Those were all kind of general idea, but what I really literally thought, and I got this idea from The Legend of Dragoon. Shout out that game if you ever played it. But when you pause the game, an entirely new song comes on. It's an amazing song, by the way. So whatever song you're listening to, it doesn't matter. This song will now play when you play pause. To me, this sounded specifically like if I were to pause the game, I would hear the first one. And if I went into like a separate menu in that pause menu, I would hear the second one. Now it's very specific, but that's what I got because of how just da-da, da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, there's no intro da-da-da-da. It's just that. So, which is cool, you know. It's kind of the right call, actually, to have bass have such a standout lead tone there, because it's like this nice groove type of thing that is just meant to just kind of almost not pay attention to in a way. Now, the only other thing I have to say is, besides that being really awesome, and one of the slower, more ambient side stuff of Persona, like for example, the only thing close to this that I've experienced would be Beneath the Mask, I guess. But one thing I noticed between the first and the second one was it sounded like an entirely different bass. And by that I mean like the physical instrument. It sounded like an entirely different bass guitar that was being used. It sounded to me like the first one had this kind of just all around, like maybe a J bass, like a Fender J bass or something like that. And the second one to me sounded like a bass with active pickups. It had a little bit more of a bite to it. But either way, it just sounded like two different instruments, and I'm not sure if that's the case or not. Maybe they have a whole bunch of instruments there, but that was like one of the first times where I feel like I heard two distinct, different instruments being recorded, especially for the same song. If you listen back and forth like I did, you'll hear that the basses sound different. Not all basses sound the same, obviously, but there's a clear difference that I heard. Okay, so Persona. I know that Royale has to do like a separate, I think it's like a DLC or like a separate version, or that might be like a translation thing. I don't know. I'm sure you're going to tell me. I just opened a can of worms with that one. But, and then also, again, the name Royal Days, it sounds like it's like a theme. It sounds like it's, you know, I can't get my head away from the fact that it sounds like just some sort of menu or something that you're really not supposed to pay too much attention to. That could be completely off, but this is what I get. And I'm pretty sure people know that when they watch my videos, that I just kind of take blind guesses. Not always, but you know, if it comes to me, I will say something. And that time it really did. Quite a bit. So, cool. Royal Days from P5 Royal or The Royal, I'm not sure. Thank you, DJSingleTone, who's requested a lot of Persona, actually. And Persona does very well on this channel. It's a huge fan base, and it's a huge fan base. So thanks to everyone that you see on screen. Of course, thank you for watching. My name is Jesse, in the auditorium. I hope you all have a great night. Peace.